Now, in the special court's hearing, the CBI has said that no irregularities have been found in granting licenses to the Tata Group. And Suchetna is here with more details on that news as well. Suchetna, a good bit of bump up that we're seeing reflect across the equity markets as well. Tata Communications and Tata Teleservices both have spiked up quite a bit on that bit of news. What more details do you have on this?
The CBI counsel at the Patiala House Court today mentioned that Tata Teleservices is not in their radar simply because he went on to explain that in their investigation so far into the 2008 spectrum allocation, Tata Teleservices seems to have complied with all the TRAI recommendation, and that is why they're not in CBI's radar as far as their first leg of the 2G scam goes. We have to remind our viewers it was ET now a few months back who broke the news that both Tata Teleservices and Idea Cellular are out of the radar as far as this present investigation goes. But there's a small caveat because we have to remember that CBI is now opening up the books from 2001 to 2007, looking into all the policy decisions as well as telecom events that took place during that time. And when that happens, possibly Idea and Tata Teleservices both could come into the picture again. But as of now, it's for the first leg of the 2G scam, it's a clean chit to Tata Teleservices by the CBI.
Right, Suchetna, thanks very much for joining in and getting us all those details. So, CBI tells the court that the Tata Group did follow all the procedures while applying for all the licenses. Not just that, Gauri Dwivedi now joins us live from Vijay Chowk in New Delhi to give us an insight on what norms are followed in the licensing procedure. And Gauri, what exactly are these norms, and has the Tata Group really responded to this news that has just come in?
Well, Megha, norms are pretty much the same for every telecom company. You apply for a license, DOT does a thorough investigation, and if you qualify for a license, you get it. But as far as Tata's case is concerned, you heard Suchetna talking about the fact that as far as CBI is concerned, it did not really violate any telecom policies and therefore was eligible for a license in pretty much the spirit of it. And as far as why really is Tata in the scheme of things, well, the fact is it got dual technology license along with Reliance Communications. It was after Reliance Communications and was a beneficiary of the allotment in 2008 that was done by Andimuthu Raja. But the CBI clearly feels that it did not flout any rules and met the entire policy and the criteria for grant of license and spectrum, the dual technology spectrum, basically the GSM spectrum, after which Tata rolled out under the brand Tata Docomo. But let me just point out one fact here, that Tata also brought in a foreign partner after it got the GSM license, that is NTT Docomo. It sold equity stake to NTT Docomo. The CBI feels it was all within the ambit of law, and hence there was nothing that Tata did which was considered as wrongdoing.